Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are on the Prairie Farms, Michigan map, but we're not going to be talking about the map today. We're going to be talking about a mod that I found on the Modhub. Unfortunately, it's PC only, but it's this little thing right here. It's called Vehicle Manager. And what it does is it lets you organize and sort out your vehicles in a somewhat coherent list. Now, depending on the map that you play, you might not need this. Like, for example, on Palinier, we've got 2 tractors and a truck and a combine, and that's about it. And you can tab between them pretty quickly. But here on Prairie Farms, whenever I show you our setup, it's a little bit more complicated. Basically, we live across the street from the John Deere dealer, and it shows. So let's hop over into the garage and I'll show you what this thing is all about, okay? So if you've seen any of the map tours for this map, you'll know you start out with a ton of equipment. And with good reason. It's a big enough map that it's kind of meant to have course play and auto drive doing a lot of things at, simultaneously. So you need a lot of gear. So we have a lot of gear. I went on a shopping spree. We've got a bunch of stuff here. We've got our 3 tractors here, plus another one across the street at the bin site. Plus we've got our tractor trailer. Plus we've got our beet picker in here. Plus we've got our pickup truck. Plus we've got our combines, and on and on and on and on and on. So Vehicle Manager, what it lets you do is it lets you sort things into an organized group, so you can navigate in between them quickly. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So when you first install the mod, it'll come in and it'll be this little icon here. And you'll be trying to click on it and going, what the heck? Why isn't this working? Blah, 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 blah. The default key on installation to get this thing to activate, or to get the mouse to activate in order to interact with it, is F9. Now, you can change that in your key settings so that it works the same as course play and auto drive, and I'll show you how to do that now. That's the first thing that we want to do, because it'll make quality of life so much easier. So we come in here into controls, and we go all the way down to the bottom. Just drag it all the way down, and you'll see HL HUD system, mouse on off. The default key is F9. You can click here, press the mouse button. Okay, there. And there we go. We have our middle mouse button set to activate or to interact with that little icon. So back we come here. Do I want to save our changes? Yes. Okay, back out. Okay, great. So now what do? We come in here and we interact with it like that, and it'll open up. And when you open it up, this is going to be blank. And it's going to prompt you to make categories. Now, what these folders do, categories, folders, what these do is these let you sort things out so that you can find stuff without it being a pain in the neck. Now, what I did was I made a category, and then I made a subcategory, and then I figured it out and closed the window, and then I couldn't figure out how to do it. So if you've done that, here's what you do. You come down here, bottom left, click on the gear icon, and it brings up your category manager. And you can click on these, and they do nothing, right? Okay. Come up here to this. This gives you vehicle information setting. This shows you what information is going to display in your groups. Okay, so we don't need that right now. That refreshes and gets you into the group/category/folder editor. Okay, and you can see you've got one here. This is to create a new category. Click on it, and we're going to add one for combines, because we're going to add our combines later. And under tractors, we're going to add subgroups. And we're going to add one for wheeled. And we're going to add one for tracked. Now you can organize these however you want. Set them up whatever, if you're doing multiple farms, farm 1, farm 2, blah blah blah. Let let the organization be your thing. To delete categories, you just hit the little trash can icon here and they'll go away. So, we're going to click the recycle icon again. Okay, it'll give us this. Okay, and then we're going to click it again. Gets us back here. Close that. Now, here's where we add our vehicles and work with our vehicles. This, to interact with this, left click. Okay, and it's going to start flashing. Now what it wants to do is it wants to add the vehicle that we're in into one of these folders, categories, groups, whatever you want to call them. So we come over here and we right click on that. There we go. And our 8R340 is in there. Okay. Click on this again. Stops flashing. Now, whenever we exit the vehicle, you'll see that this is persistent. This stays up. Close the window. Do that. Okay. Now we've got our 8R in a group. We're going to go over and we're going to add another tractor to wheeled. Actually, let's do this one. This one's closer. Our 8370. Okay, come over here. Click on this. Click on that. So I had the 8R340 in the wrong place. So to remove it, we click on our tractor icon up here and we come over and we right click on the thing and it disappears. Okay, so now we have our 8370 under tracked. We're in good shape. And as with course play and auto drive, whenever you have the mouse cursor active, you can't use the camera. So here we are, we're in the 8210. Activate, hit our tractor icon, click on wheeled. There's our 8210. Okay. Click on that. We're going to come down here and we're going to change some of these settings. The vehicle icon, that's the little icon, obviously. Combi name, I'm not sure what that is. I think that's the one that comes in parentheses after the name. We can turn that off to make it a little bit simpler. And the group lines, that's the things that come down out of the folders. We'll just turn it off for now and we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, come back. That's the one to get in there. This is the one to get out of it. It takes a little bit of getting used to. There. Okay, tracked. Okay. So these are now just sorted by the folders and they're not, they don't have the line coming down there and they've only got the first name on them. Okay, let's go add another because we've lost a couple. I have one car in there. I've got our Kubota set up in there. Let's add our pickup truck. Okay. Add to cars. There's our International Series 200. Now let's turn that that thing back on again. And we'll see the difference. Okay, Series 200, Series 200. Right? What else do we got here that we can add? We can add our 8R over here. Oh, okay. All right, let's do it again. Okay, we're going to add a new group. Other. Close our group. Click on the tractor. And there, we've added our power washer as a group. And it doesn't have an icon. Which, I mean, fair enough, right? But what we really wanted to do was add this thing. 8R340. And wheeled. There we go. So now we've got our 8210 and our 8R340. Okay, that's cool. Now what? Now what do we do with it? So when you're not in edit mode, you can just grab that, click on the name, and voila, you're in the tractor. So when you've got a big fleet like we have here on Prairie Farms, this can make jumping in between things way, way, way easier. So that's it. That's the mod. This is called Vehicle Manager by HappyLooser. It's on the Modhub. Go check it out. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. Thanks for coming out. Give the algorithm a poke. We'll talk to you later. Take care of yourselves, y'all.